everybody, and welcome to another amazing video of DIY investing. Today, I'm going to be sharing with you guys one of my favorite new projects that is getting ready to release that I can guarantee is going to be giving us 50x returns at launch. I have never once made any sort of guarantee like that, but I have a video today to break down all of the details around this new project, the tokenomics that are going to be guaranteeing a 50x return at TGE, and how we can get invested into this launch so that we can guarantee our spot at that 50x return. 1,000 into 50,000 is life-changing gains for anybody that's invested, and this is a project that I have nothing but confidence is going to be making that life-changing gains for us very soon. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you find any value in this video, please do me a favor, hit that like, comment, and subscribe button. Without further ado, let's jump right into this amazing video today. Alrighty everybody, here we are to jump into today's video, and today we are going to be talking about GoPumpMe, which is going to be the very first Pump.Fun competitor launching on Pulse Chain. This project is launching through PulseLaunch. This is the first and only incubation project or launchpad on the Pulse Chain ecosystem, and this is a cross-chain launchpad that is also built on the base chain over on Coinbase. This is a project that I've been working with side by side for the last year, and it's finally starting to break out of this bottom formation. We're getting this nice little retest in here, and this is coming on the news that PulseLaunch is finally releasing their first project. Now, at the beginning of this video, I made it abundantly clear that anybody that invests into this project is going to be getting a guaranteed 50x at the launch of the token, and this is very much exactly what I was talking about. I'm not exaggerating. This is honestly the truth because of the way liquidity works. Now, this is their first launch ever, and the way that they're doing this launch is they're going to be raising $90,000 total, $250 per allocation, and at the end of the day, you're going to need 1 million Pulse points that you get from staking PulseLaunch, and then that's how you're going to be able to whitelist yourself for this incubation. But here's the thing, the initial market cap is only $9,000. They're going to be taking half of the 90,000 that is raised, and then 50% of that equals to 45K will be injected into the liquidity pool at launch. For you guys that don't understand how liquidity works, basically if you have a pool, let's assume that this is PulseLaunch, you would have PulseLaunch, and then you'd have the equal amount in Ethereum or US dollar tether or USDC. You can make a liquidity pool with any two tokens, but you have to have equal amounts of value in PulseLaunch as you do with whatever other side of the token is in that liquidity pool. But the way that this works on PulseX is if you double one side of the liquidity pool, assuming that there's $1,000 worth of PulseLaunch here and there's $1,000 worth of Ethereum here, if the Ethereum side doubles over the PulseLaunch side does a 4x in value. And this is the way that the tokenomics and the details work in liquidity providing over on PulseX. So the thing is if 50% or 45K is injected into the liquidity pool at launch at a starting market cap of $9,000, the token is literally going to do a 50x in price instantaneously. So when I said that we're guaranteed to get a 50x, I truly mean we're guaranteed to get a 50x because this is just the way that liquidity giving works. If you guys have ever wondered, when you get into a pre-sale early and you see those great big green candles at the listing pump, and then you see that's really where all of the smart money got into it, and then really it never goes lower than that, that's because of the liquidity giving and how they actually end up making the prices of these assets rise. And this is the value of being early to PulseLaunch, because anytime you, as an investor, are getting in at the pre-sale level, you're guaranteeing that you're earlier than everybody else. If this thing is going to do a 50x at launch, the only way that you're going to be able to get in at the earliest point is by actually staking and buying your PulseLaunch and having that on the IDO. So if you guys want to learn a little bit more, this is going to be honestly a really great project, even if you plan on just, holding this long term because of this. If we come down here, for you guys that aren't as familiar with Pump.Fun, this is basically one of the biggest things that is existing over on Solana. You can come and launch any token that you want, and once it raises a certain amount of money from investors that are just looking at this like you and I, it will automatically create a liquidity pool and list it over on Radium. So it does that automatically. This is going to be the first one over on Pulse Chain. So it's exactly the same. The difference is there's going to be buybacks. 10% of all of the fees will be used for token buybacks and are burned forever. So the token is going to be hyper deflationary. On top of that, it offers revenue share. Pump.Fun is generating millions and millions of dollars every single day, but none of that is getting paid back to the token holders. This is the first Pump.Fun competitor that is actually going to be giving back to the community, and 25% of all of the fees will be airdropped directly to your wallet. So if you're holding GoPumpMe, you're just going to be getting free airdrops in the form of the fees. So anybody that comes over and launches a token, creates a new token or a meme coin over on GoPumpMe, you're going to be having an opportunity of earning all of that revenue share at the same time. So if we're talking about Pump.Fun generating millions and millions of dollars every single day, you have the opportunity of getting your own piece of that cake at the same time. So this is going to be the very first deflationary Pump.Fun competitor, the first one that offers revenue sharing. And for anybody that gets in early, you're guaranteeing yourself a 50x in price because of how much money they're going to inject directly into the liquidity pool. So there's so many reasons to be bullish on this. And at the end of the day, if you guys do want to be able to participate, the only way is to stake your PulseLaunch, which if we come over here and take a look at the price of PulseLaunch, you're getting in at the very ground floor. We had just broken out of this bear market bottom. We'd been spending, the last few months really just trending down, but we finally were able to break outside of this horizontal resistance. So the fact that you guys actually have this little dip down in here to be accumulating, if you guys do want to be able to get access to the Go Pump Me pre-sale, you're going to have to go ahead and sign up over here on the PulseLaunch Launchpad, which if you come over to the website, all of it's going to be linked in the description of this video. You're going to come over to the Launchpad side and you're going to see Go Pump Me right here. If you click on Participate Now, this is where you're going to actually be able to find the details. So currently we're inside of the subscription phase. So from today, November 26th, 5 p.m. until December 3rd, 2024, you have 1 week to be able to subscribe to this. Basically, all you have to have is 1 million pulse points, and you have to be staking, launch tokens themselves to be generating those pulse points. If you don't have any launch, you've never been staking your pulse launch up to this point, it's going to take about 160,000 launch tokens, which at the dollar value today is worth about $3,500, give or take a few $100, depending on how much the price is fluctuating. But you guys can actually guarantee your spot into this pre-sale, guarantee a free 50x if you stake $3,500 worth of PulseLaunch, specifically 160,000 tokens. If you go ahead and stake 160,000 tokens, by the point of the snapshot, you will have generated 1 million pulse points to be able to actually whitelist yourself. Because you guys got to remember, the only way that you can whitelist to a pre-sale on the PulseLaunch Launchpad is by staking launch. You have to buy your launch and you have to stake it. And then once you've generated 1 million pulse points from staking your launch, you can spend those to whitelist yourself for any pre-sale. This is for Go Pump Me, but there's going to be a number of other pre-sale opportunities because they're going to be launching a lot of projects. This is just the first one, and it's got the best tokenomics thus far because, like I said, you're guaranteeing yourself a free 50x for anybody that participates. So I have never once guaranteed any sort of gains at all. This is the first time in my entire YouTube channel history I'm guaranteeing a gain, let alone a 50x type of a gain. But that's just the way it works. Assuming they raise the full 90K, which I think is very likely. You got 7 days to raise 90,000. Chances are there's going to be a good amount of people buying into this. But if we raise 90,000 and half of that goes into the liquidity pool, you're looking at a 50x at launch. Anybody that gets in early has a real opportunity of making a lot of profit during this initial launch. But then when we're talking about long term, because of the buybacks, because of the rev share, you're always going to be getting paid just for holding the token. And this is one of the first examples of a Pump.Fun competitor over on PulseChain. And with this having so many opportunities of rev share, having a lot of opportunity for other profit, one of the cool features that I actually really like about this is the fact that there's going to be a certain amount of the tokens that are going to be set aside to actually buy some of the projects that launch. So if any of you guys go ahead and actually launch a token over here, there's going to be a certain percentage of the 24-hour volume that's generated in the fees that's going to go into directly listing into the liquidity pool. So if you launch a token over here and then PulseLaunch takes their percentage of the fees and injects it into your token in the liquidity pool, your token's just going to instantly pump. So it's kind of a free lottery. Anybody that launches a token has the opportunity of randomly getting selected and having PulseLaunch just inject free liquidity into your token, causing the price to rise. It's kind of this amazing opportunity for profit no matter what you're doing. Whether you're launching a token, whether you're just holding the token, whether you're getting invested into the pre-sale before it does a 50x, there's literally every opportunity for profit here, which is why I'm so excited to be giving you guys this opportunity. You guys have, basically the next 6 days, 6.5 days approximately to whitelist yourself. If you want to whitelist to this sale, you have to go ahead and buy PulseLaunch. Once you have 160,000 tokens, you can go over to their dashboard. You can click this staking tab. You can stake from the base chain or the Pulse chain ecosystem, and then you just click the amount that you want to stake and stake it. Automatically, this will all go through. You'll be able to see your balance and launch. You'll be able to see your pulse points generating right here. and all you need is a million pulse points to be able to guarantee your spot at this coming whitelist. So you have 7 days to do that. At the end of the day, if we come over here and look at this, what you're going to need for the snapshot, once that happens on December 3rd, you just need to put $250 worth of D.I.Y stablecoin in your wallet, the same wallet that you're staking your pulse points with, because you need the $250 worth of D.I.Y inside of your wallet to basically qualify for the snapshot. The way that the system works is unless you have that $250 of D.I.Y, it's not going to count you in the whitelist. So this is just to cut out all the people that are just not actually going to be participating and are just looking to hoard up all of the spots for the other people that do actually want to buy. So if you do want to buy, go ahead and buy your PulseLaunch. Once you buy your PulseLaunch, come over to the staking dashboard and stake your PulseLaunch. Remember that you need 160,000 PulseLaunch staked, and that will qualify over the next 7 days to generate you 1 million pulse points in which you can actually participate in the sell. But like I said, anybody that participates in this sell, you're basically guaranteeing yourself a free 50x return. So, lots of big upside potential on this one. I'm really excited. I'm participating. I'm going to be, ultimately looking at launching some tokens over on GoPumpMe as well. So if this is something you're interested in, make sure you guys join the Discord server. If you want to learn a little bit more, or you have questions, you can reach out to me on any of the socials linked below. I'm going to link every website in the description so you guys can find it. I'll link where you can buy PulseLaunch. I will link where you can actually stake your PulseLaunch. I'm going to link this website so you guys can check out GoPumpMe. I'll link the Twitter accounts and stuff so that you guys can actually go and find a little bit more about this, learn a little bit more about how the price is going to 50x, all of those things, and then how to ultimately participate. There is going to be a lottery for people that don't end up getting pulse points or don't have enough to accumulate 160,000 launch to stake it. If that's the case, you guys can actually go ahead and participate in the lottery, but only after everybody else that's going to invest has invested. If there's any free opening, you can actually go and participate in the lottery, and you can also get a little bit of an allocation that way. But guys, all of this is going to be linked in the description of this video for anybody to find. Go check it out. I'm telling you guys, I've never once guaranteed any investment opportunity except for now. And the one time I do it, it literally is a free 50x. So, I mean, free money. Anybody that wants it, come and get it. I'm Mr. Beast. With that being said, I love you. I appreciate you guys, and I will catch you in the next one. As always, peace out.